I upcycled a dress inspired by stingrays, and I also went on a little adventure where it went in a full circle. But before we can get there, let's talk about how I created the dress. I got really inspired when I went to the aquarium the other day. I saw a lot of really cool fish. I was super obsessed with this stonefish. I thought it was adorable and so cool, but it would take way too much to recreate this. So I went with the stingray, which is also really freaking cool. We'll talk a bit more about stingrays as I get into making this, but I decided to recreate the pattern on its back out of bleach. So this is me collecting all the materials I needed. I needed something to go in between the dress. I needed some Q-tips, some bleach, and now I'm about to get started. And of course, I need gloves for safety. When you're bleach dyeing, you want something made out of natural fiber. I was going for cotton, but this dress is actually made out of rayon, which is a semi-natural fiber. I think it's made out of wood pulp. The first bleach I used was not working at all, and I was like, oh, maybe this can't be bleach dyed. But then I tried it on a shirt that's 100% cotton and it didn't work as well. So the bleach I had was just bad. And that can happen sometimes. So we started over with another batch of bleach. This is a white blotched river stingray. And I was trying to look more about its ecology. I couldn't really find much, and I learned that stingrays are a bit understudied. All I could really find is that this type of stingray seems to be popular for aquariums, which makes sense because it's so beautiful. And also the spots on its back are believed to mimic the way that the sun glints against the bottom of a river. So I'm actually working on the back of the dress right now because this is when I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know how much bleach I need to make certain spots or how long to leave it on. So I'm kind of doing a bunch of trial and error back here. I eventually did mess up a bit and kind of put too much bleach, so I quickly rinsed it off. Since the bottom was wet, I moved on to the top part of the dress. Still on the back though, because I'm not quite confident yet. But I actually really liked bleach for this because it allows you to get very organic shapes. And if you mess up, you can kind of just make it into something because we're trying to make this look random and natural. And I didn't want it to look like cheetah print. I noticed that on the stingray, the spots were kind of oriented in a curved shape, kind of a circular way. So I was trying to also mimic that with what I was doing. But you kind of get to watch like a sped up version of me working. It's kind of fun. So let's talk more about stingrays again because I just think they're the coolest. So like I mentioned, stingrays are usually found at the bottom of the ocean or the river. And that's where they usually hunt their prey, which is small fish and crustaceans like oysters and crabs. Oh, wait, this part is really cool, actually. So I was kind of curious what was going on. I would put a droplet of the bleach onto the fabric and it would kind of just bubble and stay there. So I wanted to see what happened when I sped it up. It kind of just, I guess, soaks into the fabric. Now that I'm done with the back, I will be flipping it over and starting on the front, which, you know, is the most mentally challenging part, but I think it's gonna turn out okay. So let's start with the sleeves. I had to find a smaller thing to put in between the sleeves, and I didn't really have a plan with this. I kind of was mostly doing spots along the edge of the sleeve, but all in all, it's not that interesting. So let's talk about stingrays again. Stingrays have sharp spines on their tail, and they use this to defend against predators. The reason why a stingray sting hurts so bad is because the spines have venom and they have serrated edges. And I actually think I found a couple while wearing this dress. So let me finish this dress so we can get to the reveal and the bones. You know, I had to take this dress out to some water, and it was nice to finally not have people staring at me because this dress just looks like a normal dress. I actually really enjoyed the way that it kind of flows in the wind, you know. And I think it came out pretty nice. It's super comfy, it's chill. But I quickly got distracted from taking videos and started to collect some shells. It's probably no surprise based on my last video that I love shells. But what I wasn't expecting to find was bones. So after finding this one big bone, we decided to go on a scavenger hunt to find all the bones that were on the shore. And these are some of the ones we found. We got really lucky and we actually found a skull. which was really cool. I think it's maybe some sort of rodent. I don't know. If you know, let me know. But I didn't know what most of these bones were until afterwards I looked it up, and you see those long ones with the serrated edges? I'm pretty sure these are stingray stings, which brings it all in full circle. I was wearing a stingray dress and found stingray bones. What are the odds?